we'll have to see this. The healing ward is definitely good this game. Not really any adept healing ward killers. Wyvern is okay. It kind of depends on how the game is going, how the fights are going, but overall a decent jug pick. Mid, both of them are going to farm. Not really super favored either way. But yeah, I have to see how this one plays out. It's, you know, Cloud9's definitely the ones with the pressure on them to make stuff happen.
With that, we get on into this game. Vega's got a 1-0 lead. We see Dityara on the Luna, Sima on the Winter Wyvern. G's going to be on that Ember Spirit. Over on the Earth Spirit once again is going to be Seneko, and Mag on that off-lane Enigma. For the other side, C9 Hesta Joe going to be on the Centaur Warrunner. Noya on the Jakiro. Rise with the Shadow Demon. Ace back on that Meepo. Let's see if he could turn it around this game. And Baby Knight's going to be down low with this Juggernaut. So 1-0 for Vega. They're looking to clinch. They're looking to qualify. C9, they're hoping to keep their, keeping their time longer. Hoping to keep their hopes alive is what I was going to say. Thought it was hope too much. But C9 looking to stay alive here up against Vega in this best of 3.
30 seconds to battle.
Let's see
Cloud9
what they
actually
do.
switching it up and putting Baby Knight down in the safe lane, as they know the Enigma's off the lane. They know that he can snowball quite hard, laning wise, if he does get a good start. So put the Juggernaut down here. A hero can deal with the stronger laners. Actually doesn't start with the Stout Shield, it's going for the Wraith Band early in the lane with the Clarity. So kind of an interesting starting build for Baby Knight. We'll see how it plays out, but looks like they are going to have him solo down here and do an aggressive tri-lane with the Shadow Demon Jakiro Centaur. A very, very strong aggressive tri-lane that Luna is not going to enjoy playing against.
Now Luna going to be up against this tri-lane of Shadow Demon, Centaur, and Jakiro, and it looks as though Simon's going to stay by, but like you said, it looks to be maybe a little bit of trouble for Dityara up top thus far.
They always ward here on Cloud9. They actually always ward on this hill. I'm surprised teams haven't figured it out yet.
Go right by these stairs right here.
Yeah.
Couldn't see your pings. Or if you were pinging it at all. So Dityara, Sima up top, Noya, Hesta Joe, and Rise. Not much aggression happening just yet. Ace is going to be mid this time around up against G. And we take a look down low. It should be a pretty interesting lane down low. Should be favoring Mag here with Seneko up against Baby Knight. Baby Knight might have a little bit of trouble up against this Enigma, but we take a look up top. Sima might be in a little bit of trouble. He's going to get disrupted as well as the dual breath. The big body blocks coming out from Rise to stop Sima, but damage not completely there just yet. He's at about half health, still trying to just run away. Dual breath comes out once again. Rise, disruption up in 10. They're still going to hit down Sima. 1 or 2 more shots should do it, and Rise gets first blood and go the way of C9 instead of Vega this time around.
At the very least, Dityara having a little bit of time in the lane, up to 5 CS, so not the most whole thing in the world. The sport's being out of lane for quite a while, but you definitely don't want to give up first blood to a tri-lane like this. Now Shadow Demon would have hit mid, maybe mess with G-Stun, maybe also head down to bottom and help out Baby Knight, as top lane, the Centaur Jakiro dual lane can basically secure this lane and have a good time. So Rise looks like he's going to play around the other lanes. I don't like this a lot. Making sure Baby Knight, unlike last game, actually gets a decent start this game, as he is suffering already. Only 4 CS, so.
Yeah, he had a rough start last game as the life stealer. Hopefully you can turn it around. There's the stomp coming in on Dityara. Dityara still going to stand strong up against the Centaur in there. The slow from Sima with the rolling boulder coming in from Seneko, and they will find themselves a turnaround kill on Hesta Joe.
Yeah, the Jakiro walking up the top for him to get this DD, and meanwhile they just go on this Centaur and take him down while the Jakiro's not there. So kind of unfortunate, maybe a slight extension from overextension from Hesta Joe, but they get a cleanup kill and they bring both the supports up here. So leading Mag to only 1 down bottom against the Juggernaut.
And if it's just a 1v1 without Seneko here, you think this lane favors more for the Juggernaut instead of Mag? Or does Mag still have the upper hand up against Juggernaut with these Eidolons?
I think Enigma will still have a good time, but the Jug should be able to farm. Has the healing ward, have the poor man shield in just a second, so they'll both farm. But I think Vega okay with how the lanes are going so far. The Luna's not having the greatest of times, but remember having a free lane mid, the Shadow Demon taking the lane away as Meepo goes back to the jungle. So what Cloud9 typically does, putting Rise in the lane that Ace leaves whenever he's playing that Meepo. G having a free lane, and Rise trying to get as much as he can with his super low damage compared to G's 68 and the Calling Blade on top.
I saw a little bit before Baby Knight did take out a couple of these Eidolons. And quite a bit of gold from it, and if you're Mag, you gotta try and play it safe, especially when the Blade Fury is there for Baby Knight. And you don't want to give up too much gold, and you definitely don't want to give up your Eidolons this early on and trying to get some farm.
Yeah, you may lose one or two, it happens. Hard to keep them all alive, especially if they do get spun on. But up to level 5 now, so the Eidolon's getting progressively stronger, and also, he's able to deny the range creep every single minute with those Eidolons. So it's really, really obnoxious for Baby Knight to play against. It's only level 4, as you can see, Mag up to level 5, so already separating an entire level advantage by just denying the range creep every single minute. You can see Mag with 13 denies.
And up top, we're actually gonna catch the last bit of it, but Noya's gonna fall to Seneko. Was Arctic Burn coming out as well as the Rolling Boulder. Ditya was there with the Lucent Beam, I want to say. They did find themselves an easy kill. Meanwhile, Ace, he's made his way over towards top, maybe looking for a return kill on Vega. They don't have Ice Bath. They do have 2 in Liquid Fire, 1 in Dual Breath. They do have Hesta Joe here with Hoof Stomp if he wants to go in. So we'll have to see if they want to make the full commit on Ditya up top.
Yeah, G just hitting level 6. Ace, like you said, sort of wandering around, maybe looking for a kill. G pressuring Rise off the tower, getting some damage onto it. We actually have to use some remnants to get back to get Disruptivity and on top.
And there's the disruption. He's coming in, gets the poof, a little bit of damage. There's the Searing Chains. Rise might be in a little bit of trouble. There's the Remnant onto the high ground. Ace still chasing. There's not a lot of mana for G at this moment in time. There's the Earthbind, still looking for something. Ace gonna poof in. There's another Earthbind, really slowing down G. He's got no mana now, but he does get off those Searing Chains.
Just gonna go shrine up in a second. Yep.
Yeah, should move him right back in away, and he does get that salve as well.
You can see Baby Knight off bottom now. Like we talked about, starting to feel the pressure out of regen, healing ward on cooldown, and Mag sitting here and free farming. All the Eidolons with 38 damage and himself with 62. So if the Juggernaut walks up, just sort of gets pummeled by all of them at once. It has the black hole now as well. So calling that out, Sneeko moving down here, be looking for a rotation, maybe able to get a kill on this Juggernaut. Is gonna black hole.
Black hole with the Rolling Boulder. It's gonna be this Juggernaut in a whole bunch of trouble. The stun comes in on 2, so Rise. It's stunned up, no disruption for him, and he'll have to back off. As if he was a couple of steps closer, he might have been in trouble as well. But they do kill this Juggernaut down low. Black Hole going to be on cooldown, but definitely worth it to get a kill on that Juggernaut.
Some perfect timing. The Enigma already with the headdress, working on that buckler, so they're gonna have a very quick mech. And it seems that's sort of what happens every game with Mag, or what hero is playing. They always give him a good start. He always gets that super quick mech and has a very high impact in the game. Seems like they value his getting a good start over Ditya plays catch-up plays. Not necessarily second fiddle, but they give him an unfavorable lane a lot of times, and he has to play from behind.
There's the Rolling Boulder. He's going to be a little bit short here. The Losing Beam. Hesta Joe might be in a little bit of trouble. The Dual Breath comes out on 2. There's the Hoof Stomp, but not going to be enough as Ditya finds himself a kill on Hesta Joe. So they turn it around. They get the Arctic Burn as well as the Rolling Boulder in with the Lucent Beam. And they find a kill on Hesta Joe. They're taking out these cores one by one on the side of Vega. And Ditya not having as bad of a start as he did last game. Still third in terms of net worth on his team, but not as far behind as he was last game. And Mag, like I said, he always seems to find the ability to get an amazing start, and that usually helps Vega steamroll some of these teams.
Just continuing to farm at level 8, continuing to deny these range creeps as well, so opening up a serious level gap now. 2 levels, Baby Knight only level 6, Mag level 8. And just holding the lane, continuing to last. Baby Knight does have the phase boots now, so a little bit easier for him to farm, but as you can see, just continuing to get chipped down here below half HP, even after using that healing ward. Not having an amazing time.
Baby Knight's got to find something else. Maybe you see them rotate. And you think if he rotates where Hesta Joe is, they might have an easier time. But meanwhile, I say that up top, there's the disruption with the double edge and the hoof stomp. They will get a kill on Ditya up top. So they seem to be having an alright time up top. Hesta Joe did go down a little bit earlier, but they do get the return kill on Ditya, so evens itself up a bit later on.
Yeah, G has an Arcane Rune level 8 as well, so they may actually look to rotate on this meatball, but only one here, so can always poop it away to the other one. Pretty unlikely they get this kill, I think.
Meanwhile, mid Ace might be in a little bit of trouble. G is going to be there with the Searing Chain. Seneko going to have enough to kill Ace as the ulti is used by Centaur, and he will be able to run his way out. But up top, Noya, Rise, and Hesta Joe, they're going to push this top tier 1, and it looks as
He's
though
dead, I think.
they should be able to get it. Meanwhile, mid G might be in a little bit of trouble. Ace coming in with a poop. Seamus here with the heal. No ult just yet, and the poop will be enough to take down G.
I think that heal killed him. I think he would have lived if he was able to just walk away.
They missed the first poop, but now with the Lucent Beam, Splinter Blast comes in on Noya. Noya going to use that with the fire as well as the Dual Breath on Ditya. Ditya does have the Lucent Beam to strike down on Noya. But here's the Earthbind, a quick fuse. Ace might be in a little bit of trouble trying to poop out and will do so successfully.
Yeah, with just a couple of plays there from Ace. With 3 meepos very, very early on. Already had 3 meepos and a Dragon Lance. Vega going for that kill, G using all 3 remnants.
Radiant's
and then walking up into the lane, I guess not realizing how strong the Nepo was. And AM almost taking him down, finishing off the kill, and then poofing him out still. The Luna rotating into mid, at least their Spirit's getting into some levels top, but definitely not a great couple of minutes for Vega. Some very nice plays from Ace, sort of bringing them back in this game after this early game wasn't looking exactly the way they wanted to.
Meanwhile, down low, G and Mag are here. They might be looking for a good black hole. Rise is going to split up from Baby Knight. They know the black hole is available. They are going to get the black hole out on Baby Knight, and they will get the kill on Juggernaut. Rise is going to try and run away, but Diggy Rise even have made the rotations over, and they find yet another after this disruption runs out. So G's going to get the kill onto Rise, who just tried to extend the inevitable of his own death, and he gets credit for the kill. He's now 1-1-1. Not exactly the start he had last game, but still doing all right. Team up 7-3, and we take a look at this net worth. They're about 1,000 behind.
Yep. In the meantime, Noya chipping it mid. It's Liquid Fire, but Team there as well, spamming at the Splinter Blast, trying to counter that. Baby Knight coming in as well, so Team in the tower pretty low, only 250 HP. Continuing to tick down with his Liquid Fire. No real way to stop the Jakiro from walking up to this tower. They don't have the most kill potential, but now as the Ember walks in, should be able to defend this tower decently well, even with the Jug here and the Healing Ward.
And they're just a tick away from getting that Winter's Curse, and there's the Liquid Fire as well as the Dual Breath. G's gonna stand tall up against Baby Knight, and Noya still running in. Maybe looking for something. There's the Winter Breath as well as the Rolling Boulder coming in from Seneko. Digraz on the back end, and they're looking to get possibly a kill on C9, but with that wave period, they're just gonna try and walk out. Noya might be in a little bit of trouble.
Just barely with low spells. Does have the H2D on D-Ron now, so got the Mud Golem walking around and throwing some rocks at people every once in a while. Top lane been quite abandoned for a while, and Ace actually opting to go for the Blink before the second Dragon Lance this game. So they want to fight a little bit earlier on. Joe has 2,500 gold, so maybe still deciding what he wants to go for, whether it wants to be that Hood, the Vanguard, the Blink.
Meanwhile, Seneko and Ditya, they're smoked up with this Golem leading the charge. They do spot the courier out. They know Rise, Baby Knight, and Noya are all there. We got this camera up just a little bit to see if we can spot Seneko and Ditya where they're going to go. All kind of together. They do have Eclipse available, and she's going to go right on in with those Searing Chains. They're going to get this stuff. They're immediately going to find the kill, and there's the Magnetize going out from Seneko, and the Omnisplash comes through, but it's not really going to do too much. The Magnetize continuing to move forward. G is going to look for something. There's the Lucent Beam out on Noya. They get the Rolling Boulder as well. Noya in a bit of trouble. Splinter Blast hits on through. And they will find yet another on C9. That's Splinter Blast, not Splinter Bast, like I said.
Structures are fortified.
That'll take an easy tier 1 mid.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yep. As we saw last game,
Radiant's
a lot of
middle
Vega
tower
doing
has
very, very
fallen.
well early game. The Meatball on top. The rest of the heroes just not having the greatest of games. The Juggernauts, once again, sort of leaving Baby Knight out in the cold, having a very rough start to enable this Meatball to do well. Vega really punishing the other heroes, not trying too much to shut down this Meepo super early on, as this is very difficult, and he still farms extremely fast as long as he gets his levels, but more focusing on killing supporting casts so that they can actually deal with this Meepo and not have the rest of his team back him up too much.
Baby Knight didn't exactly have the best game, or the best start last game either. He only had 2 stolen intelligence about the same time, so he's struggling once again. And if you're Cloud9, you see that Baby Knight's struggling on this Juggernaut. He's just so far behind at 3,600 net worth. You kind of start to get worried as falling further and further behind.
Yeah, Hetsujo's actually going to go for the Ag's first item on the Centaur. Only 1k away now, and I actually really like this. It makes this Meepo basically unkillable for that duration, so once again, sort of like last fight, whenever you do have the super strong team fight versus Meepo, it allows the Meepo, gives him these 3 seconds where he can just go in and try and kill the hero at the start of the fight, and then be able to take the fight from there, jump the winner Wyvern, and then it can also pop it right when the winner's curse happens, so the Meepo doesn't beat himself to death. A lot of things you can do with this, but normally you go for a tanky item, first item with the Centaur, so Fluid or Vanguard or whatever, so this Centaur can continue to farm. So it gives him a little less farming power. Is whenever he double edges, it kind of just kills himself. But Zags is going to make them a lot better in these team fights, and they really need to win this first big team fight. It's quite crucial because Selena is continuing to just farm up. Level 10 now, has the HOD and a Yasha. Not near as farmed as this Meepo, but if you leave him unchecked for a few more minutes, it can get quite huge very quickly.
And will be able to poof out. That's the smoke wasted by Vega, and I'm just actually about to mention the Meepo because last game he wasn't this far ahead, and now it seems as though he's having a better game. He's 3,000 net worth over the Luna, and that that can make all the difference in this game. Where C9 they didn't look as great last game, they can kind of turn it around with the Meepo getting a bit of farm this game and look towards tying up this series.
Yeah, you always have to worry about the winner Wyvern playing as Meepo. It's just extremely hard to play on. Requires very good micro, a lot of patience, jumping the right target at the right time, not going in too soon and just getting winner Wyvern curse and killing your teammates or killing yourself. As Vega pushed down top, Noya still pushing mid, acquiring the wave and just continuing to throw out the liquid fires, so they're gonna have to get back and try and catch him. Looks like they may.
Nico gonna miss the rolling boulder and the kick stun, but now G's gonna try and come in. G's got the bail out on Rise. Rise gonna get silenced up. 1 or 2 more shots should do it, and there it is. Now Noya might be the next victim. Seeing the stun is Sineko, but they get the Malefist out with the losing beam, and they do find it. There's the Winter's Curse gonna come out on it, and the ulti used by Hetsujo, a big black hole on 2. And that's 3 if you consider the other Meepo clones. They do finally bring down Ace. Hetsujo in a bit of trouble. He'll fall as well, and 4 die on the side of Cloud9.
Yeah, this I get interceptor on the Centaur, almost turning it around, the Meepo jumping in, ulting at the same time, saving them from the winner's curse like we talked about, but just not making big enough of a difference. The rest of the heroes dead too early in the fight. The Shadow Demon already dead, the Jakiro almost dead by the time they jump in, and the Juggernaut not there for the fight at all, only level 9 as well, so the Omni Slash barely tickling at this point, working on a Yasha, and can't really spin into their lineup either. Get right click down by this Luna, so they can get a tier 2 off of this and hopefully just back up and chill and wait for their ultimates to come back up so they can fight again. But a Midas on Sineko now, so preparing for this late game, gonna try and get a lot of items up so they can do with this Meepo. G with the Boots of Travel and the Veil, so they get very happy after getting that good fight.
And Vega, they wait for these ultis to come off cooldown, and they lined them up perfectly in that last fight. They went from Winter's Curse straight into a black hole, and it worked out perfectly for him as they brought down 4. And Juggernaut, he probably would have went down as well had he been in that fight, but he's just too weak to fight at this moment.
Yep. It's sort of like what happened last game. They're gonna try for this sneak Roshan play, but it looks like Vega is wise this time. They may try and contest it. They're dying pretty quickly, 1/3 HP, so they're gonna have to hurry.
They're gonna get the stun. They do find the vision. There's the losing beam coming out on Hester Joe. Now this from Mags. They've got the Winter's Curse coming out again. Maybe not gonna be in a whole bunch of trouble as he's got that Blade Fury running. They're gonna use that ulti from the Centaur to try and Delta maneuver their way out. She's going to come in with the remnant, still moving forward on Hester Joe. There's the Searing Chains as well as the Losing Beam, and they will find a kill. And only one, but this should end up being Roach as well. Now she's coming over with the remnants again. The stun comes out from Seneko on everybody. And there's the silence as well. 3 fall on the side of C9, and with the sleight of fist, G will finish up that triple kill and bring down 4 on the side of C9. And with that, they'll be able to take this easy Roche, and it is looking all Vega Squadron thus far.
Yeah, and after the bots fail, so like you said, he's going to be going into the battle fury. So it seems like some of the European players versus Meepo versus Naga Siren still like going for this battle fury after the Veil and the bots. So sort of a hybrid build. We'll see how it pays off. Yeah, with that Aegis, that you're actually going for BKB now. So Yasha into BKB, a little bit of an uncommon build, but still be able to farm quite fast. And they're just just want to make sure that they do well in these team fights, because as long as they win these fights, then they should be very set to do well in the game. So Noya goes down bottom G with a nice kill. It's Arcane Rune.
Yeah, I was focusing on Luna. You're talking about that Yasha. And then I missed that kill bottom. But yeah, still looking all Vega right now. Just going to run it out as Ace tries to come in with the Earthbind Poop, but not going to find anything. And Vega, they're up right now about 6,000 net worth. 18 to 3. I felt like it might be more, something like a 10,000, 12,000 net worth lead, but only 6,000 is not too bad. It's probably mainly because Ace, despite not doing too much right now, has a pretty solid net worth.
Yeah, it's still on top as the Meepo, but not near as on top as it used to be. G getting very, very farmed up to 8.8k net worth. Shoving off this bottom lane, and Meepo not really able to contest him too well, as he does have the remnant back, so Meepo never really able to catch him until he has that Hex, but able to force him onto the lane at the very least, so Meepo picking up, sort of walking him and forcing G to TP back to base. So using all of his remnants, not able to be with his team at the current moment. So Vega as 4 gonna go for a smoke and maybe try and catch Hesta Joe.
Going up top, going to try and catch Hesta Joe. He does not seem to be wise about it, as the courier is going to come over. They are going to spot Rise. There's the disruption. Rise still going to be in a little bit of trouble. They do lose their courier. D-Rod hitting at Rise. They will find themselves a first kill on Rise, and now they might be looking for more to get Hesta Joe. There's the rolling boulder in. They do get the silence from Seneko, and the stun as well. Mag is here with the Malefist, and Hesta Joe going to try and use that ulti as he's magnetized up. Malefist doing work on him, keeping him nearby, and try and get into those trees, try and get away, but there's the Sleight of Fist with the Searing Chains, and they will find yet another. It is now 3 to 20. The Dream's still alive for that score.
At the very least, Meepo still pushing bottom, does get it down to about 1/3 HP.
Is under attack.
Oh,
You find him.
the Dream is dead. As Noya takes down Sigma, the Dream for 3-2-2 is dead, and we continue on, and we do see the possibility of Baby Knight going down. He's going to get very low. He'll fall, and actually off camera, Ace is going to get a kill on Dityura. So 5 to 21, they get 2 pretty solid kills on the side of C9, but they lose Baby Knight and their Centaur Hesta Joe.
Yeah, Meepo does find the Luna farming out pretty far down in this, up in this top lane, so we're getting a kill, and that's really, really good for him, as he's working on that Hex, so whenever he has that, he's going to be able to set up pit buffs on this Ember Spirit, especially, you know, hopefully continue to be able to pressure this Luna. There's actually a Midas and a Blink Dagger on Enigma, so have 2 minuses on Dire. They really want these supports to scale, so they're not so easy to burst down by this Meepo. If we can get some more saving items, Mag going for a BKB whenever he has that, BKB or his Black Hole be uncancelable, so it makes it very hard for this Meepo to play in these team fights because of these huge ultimates. The Winner's Curse will be playing super far back in every fight. The BKB Black Hole on Mag, and looks like they just want to chill and farm the BKB, have a BKB at Dityura, get BKB on Mag, and look for any pickoffs all they can, but
Radiant's bottom
not in a
tower
big
is
hurry
under
right now,
attack.
as Unite still quite poor, working towards that match style, but Ace really the
Dire's middle
really
tower is under
right
attack.
spot for Cloud9 right now.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
it's tough to see them losing out on this game as they are so far ahead. They are going to use Winter's Curse, not going to get the kill on Ace. though. Maybe without the Winter's Curse, they still have to avoid the black hole. Maybe C9, and as I say that, they lose Noya once again in the mid lane. Maybe C9 look for something on Vega, knowing that they can't be hit by that Winter's Curse. And Ace is here with Hesta Joe. There's the black hole coming in from Mag. That'll stop Ace in his tracks, and they will find yet another kill on Vega towards this Meepo Ace. Just disregard everything I just said.
Yeah, the Meepo going down, so a nice using the black hole, but as nets don't cancel TPs anymore, they don't cancel black holes, they don't cancel anything channeling, so I think we're not having to worry about that. Getting this black hole off, and you can see immediately after they get that kill, Sneeko moving down to the bottom lane, G as well. They're continuing to get out these lanes and then just immediately book it to the next closest hero and try and get these pickups, not give up an inch.
Is under attack.
Maybe Knight may go down as well as
with the stun and the magnetized G coming in with the remnant, searing chain, sleight of fist, Baby Knight dead again. Strike. G having another amazing game, this time at 11-1. They'll get the deny on their own tower down low, and now it looks as though Hesta Joe up top might be in a little bit of trouble. He's going to try and use that ult, but Malf is keeping him nearby. Hesta Joe in a little bit of trouble. There's the Lucent Beam trying to turn it around, does get that hoof stomp, but not going to land on Yura. Still trying to run away. Meanwhile, on the back end, it looks as though G might be trying to do some work on Noya. And G is here with Seema. Seema's going to end up going down. Noya in a bit of trouble. He's going to use that Ice Cast, trying to see G out, and no! Not going to get it. G finds another. He's now 12-1, and 3 are dead on the side of C9.
He's getting close to finishing up that dataless Meepo, almost with the Hex, so sort of Cloud9's.
Ace might find Mag. Should be a bit of an easy kill as he's all by his lonesome, and he will get one. But on the back end of that, Rise will fall, and Ziggurat's going to use that BKB. He's going to rain down hell with that Eclipse, and Ace will fall. Maybe not going to use that Blade Fury to try and get out. G is here with Taneko and Ziggurat. They just need to win that Lucent Beam. There's the Veil. There's the Lucent Beam. Sleight of Fist, as well as the Searing Chains. G finds another, and it is just looking very bad for the side of C9 as Vega want to close this out 2-0.
Yeah, for every pickup that Ace is getting, finding some alone hero and bursting them down with all the Meepos, Vega's finding a big team fight and getting a lot of kills.
Radiant's
G getting
top
super
tower
farm
is
now,
under
having the
attack.
Battle Fear and the Chrysalis, so on par with Meepos' net worth finally.
Look down low. Taneko might be in a little bit of trouble. There's the hook stop as well as the double edge. Taneko going to try and keep over out. There's the ulti with the Searing Chain's going to stop this Centaur and keep Taneko alive. So G going to throw the Remnant into the river, going to turn around, sleight of fist with the Searing Chains. He's not going to have to use that Remnant as he should be okay.
Just continuing to push out here, but
Radiant's bottom
Vega's team fight is just so
tower is under
strong.
attack.
This Enigma last pick, I don't think Cloud9 saw it coming at all, but banned out the Darkseer and took the next best thing in an AoE stun, just AoE control. You know, does sort of the same thing as the Vacuum, gives them a point for all their AoE damage to go here. That does very well in lane. Overall, this Enigma pick sort of just sealed up Vega's draft as being very, very strong, and once again, Cloud9 having to play very, very pristine. I think these fights super well, find the pickoffs, have great lanes, and Vega having some really nice rotations, getting several kills in this top lane, and Yura probably getting a lot more than Cloud9 wanted him to, as he is at 12k net worth now, so not very shut down this game.
Yura had the opposite of what he's having this game, last game, and now they're up 10,000 net worth. They're up 29-7. It seems like it's in the bag for Vega, but you can never say it's in the bag. Games can always turn around in the blink of an eye, but what do C9 need to do to turn it around? They're down 10,000 net worth. They seem to be losing every team fight they engage in. Do they just sit back and farm and hope, or what kind of maneuver do they go in next?
They want to continue to split the map with this Meepo. He has the Hex now, so has the real Meepo with the Hex down bottom, along with the Jakiro, so they can pressure these towers extremely well. They have several ways to cancel TPs. They have Stomp, they have Disruption, they have Ice Path, they have Hex. So, looking to isolate Vega in places, to bait them into an aggressive push, and then split push, take their towers, but it looks like they've actually spotted the Meepo, but immediately getting out, realizing they've spotted him, and Noya walking away as well. So it looks like they won't lose anyone here. So very nice split pushing from Cloud9. Just continue doing things like this. They TP the Meepo up the top. bring one back down to bottom. They may actually lose G here, as you can definitely pick him off if he gets a hop of him, but Ace decides to play it safe, go away, thinking his team is probably there.
Yeah,
Manic setting up top, but
Ag might be in a little bit of trouble. Hesta Joe is going to be spotted. There's the Malefice, but turning around is Baby Knight. They might be looking to go in on this. Mag, we're going to keep Hesta Joe near. Coming in with the TP is Ditya on the back end. Baby Knight and Hesta Joe are going to have to run away as Vega is here. Out is Ace, and Baby Knight with the Blade Fury and TP out. Hesta Joe might fall. Might be the sacrifice, but he will blink into the trees. And TP out. So nobody falls on the side of Cloud9, and like you said, it's stuff they need to get done to slowly crawl themselves out of this hole and get themselves back into this game when they're down 10,000 net worth.
yeah, they're still pushing very effectively. It's very hard not to drop any heroes versus this Ember Spirit catch, the Earth Spirit with the Blink Dagger, the Enigma with a Blink Dagger as well. So they're doing a very good job in the situation they're in, constantly getting these lanes out, not falling at all.
Might find a kill on G, who's got in a little bit too far. There's the Winter's Curse. It's going to get a kill on Noya, but still G might be in a little bit of trouble. He's going to remnant out. They just lose Noya, and they almost get themselves a kill on G, but Ace, he's lucky to get away with his life after that Winter's Curse.
Yeah, I think Seema maybe misclicking slightly. Maybe meant to click one of the meepos and have him kill himself, but still okay. They do get on the Jakiro, and immediately after that pickoff, we're going to go for the Roshan.
Black Hole comes out on Ace. Ace might be in a little bit of trouble, and by a little bit of trouble, I mean he's dead. And they lose Ace again, and that is a big halt in the step of C9 as Vega look to grab this easy Roche without Meepo trying to defend it.
Yep. Denver up to level 22 now as well, also has the cooldown reduction, getting close to the extra series chain duration. Gonna be very, very nice versus this center ult in place, even while they have a stampede. Yeah, with this Aegis, man, it's on Ditya. Aegis is just gonna look to continue to control the map and farm up, get an item advantage so that they can eventually take a team fight near the base, get some of these tier 2s, get the shrines down, and break high ground. Cloud9 continues to want to split push, not take these big fights.
Noya might be in a little bit of trouble. Avoid that stun. Does throw the Magnifier down, but Mag, Ditya, and Seneko are here. There's the Lucid Beam. There's the Magnetize even. And Seneko will find a kill. All 5 are here for the side of Vega. They're still looking for more. They might be looking for Rise, but it doesn't look as though they're going to find it, as he does get just out of the way of that Sleight of Fist Searing Chains.
Yeah, Rise just barely living there, but they do catch Noya. Gonna get all their lanes out as Hesta Joe running up the top to shove this out immediately. Seema sitting around mid, maybe looking to scout someone out, but they're just getting all these lanes in and continue to control the map.
The TP, Seema's going to be spotted by Ace. Easy kill there.
Yeah, and that's the kind of stuff they have to go for. Get these hex pickoffs, find people that are alone, just a little bit out of place, and people just disintegrates them in 1 or 2 seconds. Continuing to find stuff like that, keep this meeple on top net worth, and buy some time for Juggernaut to catch up and become a scary force in this game.
They need to really make a lot of space as it's kind of crawling its way into a 12,000 net worth deficit. Look at Hesta Joe, he's got Blink and Ags, and that's kind of it. Sitting behind this Jug and farm by about 300 gold. Baby Knight, he's got himself that Phase Boots Manta going for the Diffusal Blade next. So we take a look. A real surprise, Seneko, who's got himself more net worth than the Jug and the Centaur on the side of C9. He's going for an Ags next.
On who did you say? On the...
Seneco's going to be going for the Ags next, it looked like.
Okay. Yeah, wow, he has a Lotus Orb as well, so go for that Boots of Travel that we saw him go for yesterday. Whenever he's very far ahead, he likes to go for this minus into Blink into Boots of Travel, so just super mobile force. All over the map, constantly setting up kills. The Lotus Orb now, like you said, going for that Aghanim, so you're able to save whoever the meeple jumps on, ult them. Really like going for that item. This game does go that long. Could be a huge force in keeping heroes alive. The meeple jumps, jump with the Centaur, the Omni Slash. Overall, Cloud9 have a lot of spells that really don't like being interrupted.
Vega, they're going to get this top tier 2, but we do see Hester, Joe, and Noya trying to tier 2 of their own down low, and down, or up top, Rise is going to fall to G, and now the pressure is on C9 as the Macrofire gets thrown out. They're looking for an easy tier 3. Diggerod going to continue to hit away at it, and TP back is G. Gets the ice path out. Man style used by Diggerod. There's the hook stop as well. Goes the fire, and the dual breath coming in. Mag's going to get that Malefice out on Noya. And the heal is going to be there on Diggerod. They're looking for these racks. It should be easy with Diggerod. C9, it doesn't look as though they have all too much to stop it.
Looks like they're going to try and catch this Meeple. He's pretty far out. Ace may get caught. Sneaky with the boots of travel.
Black hole used. It's going to grab Ace again. And Diggerod's here with G and Seneko. They bring Ace down again. And 99 seconds on the sidelines with no buyback. And without that, C9, they are one finger away from falling off this cliff and calling GG.
Ace doing very good split pushing, forcing G to come back and not allowing him to stick around and take this top racks, but this fall in the process, very, very hard to not get caught with this Earth Spirit. They can just be there from 3,000 range away with the roll as well as the blink and the kick, so it does force them to come back, but falls in the process, and they may lose the spot of tower as a result, but cut it immediately back up to top lane, continuing to push out these lanes, and Noya walking up, siege units going to take down this tower, or at least put some chip damage, and try and trade while they can take the spot on the tower. But with Meepo dead and no buyback, they may have to come back to defend their racks very soon.
Yeah, no Meepo for 50 seconds. It should force the hand of C9 as Vega, without a Meepo in their face, can kind of go all in on this. They still do have the Aegis, and they're stunned up in a little bit of trouble there. This Butcher Bash is going to be Yule's up. He's silenced as well from Senego. Yule does first that. He's going to go, and he's going to get a slice fist as well as Searing Chains, and there's the dual breath, and the Omni Slash comes out right on G, who's going to Remnant out. They do throw a lot in the way of Vega, and G will go back to heal up, and then probably Remnant back down low, where Vega will try again with this high ground siege.
Yeah, they pick up the boots of travel on Mag, so able to shove at this top one and then get TP back to mid, finish off this mid tower, and then maybe get the shrines as well. I'd really like them pick up, and people are not quite having the boots of travel yet, so not really able to get up to this top lane to get this pick off on Mag. Is going to TP to the shrine and try and move up there and get it. It looks like he may be able to find that pick off. We'll have to see. Mag needs to be really careful as people are running up.
And a lot of bold possibilities. We do see a little bit of trouble here for Cena's going to try and heal himself up with the Blade Fury. Hester Joe out front. He's going to be silenced. There's the Winter's Curse. Going to buy some time for Vega. Meanwhile, Hester Joe's going to go down to G. They're going to get the stun out from Seneko. G continuing to go in. There is the Lucent Beam out on Rise. Rise is going to go down as well. Vega is off 3. There's the Macrofire. Noya in a bit of trouble. He's going to be very low. Lucent Beam again from Diggerod. It will find 4 dead on the side of C9, and the instant buybacks from both the Jakiro and Juggernaut as well as Rise, and they do end up getting the kill on G. So G's dead, 85 seconds till buyback. There's the BKB as well as the Wood Sword out on Diggerod. Diggerod's going to use that Manta style, and Ace going to back off. So
yeah, they missed one of their disables as well, so they have to be really careful. This Meepo definitely wants to try and chase some heroes down, and Diggerod with no BKB as well.
Uses that BKB. There's the ice path on 3, and here comes the black hole. Maggie is going to be in a little bit of trouble. He is put raining down hell, but not really enough to bring down Ace just yet. Ace is going to move on in. They brought down Seneko. They're going to bring down Diggerod, and a 4th will go down to the side of Vega, and now a 5th as Seema dies on the back end. The Baby Knight. It's 5 dead on the side of Vega, and this game with a good hold like that from C9 is kind of turned around.
Yeah, huge buyback ult from Hester Joe. They committed everything, the black hole, the eclipse, and then the one Meeple who lives with 500 or so HP because of the Centaur ultimate. And now they march toward the base. Vega's gonna have to use a lot of buybacks. They're just gonna lose these buildings. She doesn't have one, so they still end up losing a rack to power the Meeple because it's building so fast.
Meeple gonna get stunned as well as Silence. Hester Joe trying to go in with the blink. Post stop, not gonna find anything there. Is the Hex out on Mag. Mag is gonna have that Wood Sword, but not really doing too much. There's a stun coming out from Seneko. He's still staying strong. Going to finish off that Rax and poof to the low ground and try and find an escape. She is back. Here comes Rolling Boulder. Ace might be in a little bit of trouble. There's the stun and silence. He's trying to go in on Ace. He's getting very low. He's going to be weighted up and go down to G. And Mag, who's going to get that heal from Seema. Baby Knight, he's way deep right now, and he does not have the healing rule or an Omni Blast used. Meanwhile, Gigarod's going to fall again. Nice. He's getting very low. Winter's Curse is going to come out. Gigarod hitting away. It has to go. Just going to survive with that blade down. Now he's going to fall to Mag. And G might be in a little bit of trouble. He's going to have to rend it out with that Lotus Orb as well. They've got 2 alive on the side of C9. There's the Malphite coming in from Mag. He's going to get the Blink, and they're going to get the Sudge Fist as well as the Searing Chains. The fight is going to be used, but it doesn't look as though Noya's going to survive, and he'll be the 4th to fall.
Yeah, so using 2 buybacks, they do hold. It's a dieback that has to Joe now, and they do lose the set of racks mid though, so a lot like last game, Cloud9 getting a racks advantage just off of these small things. Sort of the Meepo effect, you get a couple of kills, you walk down a lane, and the racks just evaporate, forcing buybacks out, and now Cloud9 has a win condition. If they can pick up this Luna, pick up this Earth Spirit, find a couple of kills, and they can walk down mid and maybe just throne it. Because Meepo is so strong, has the 2 Dragon Lances to travel out, E-Blade, and the Hex. So Vega needs to be very, very careful about not overextending, not wasting disables, and letting this Meepo run rampant and tear apart their team. Their cores are still very, very squishy to this Meepo.
And we took a look at the net worth. It was 20,000 in favor of Vega. And C9, they've cut that in half to about 10,000. Coming around the bend is Baby Knight. Going to find Seema. He's going to try and break out there to heal. It was out on Mag, but that might cause Mag to go down. There's a black hole only on Hesta Joe. He's going to come through, and now Hesta Joe might be in a little bit of trouble. There's the Mag side. Hesta Joe's going to fall. Baby Knight's still going to have that Blade Fury out on Mag. Not going to really do too much. And the heal is there from Seema, but he is going to fall again. He is dead for 96 seconds. He does have buyback. Seema going to go in, trying to get this kill on Noya and Will, but now he's stopped by the Ice Path, and he's down in Baby Knight with the Omni Clutch. Will it be enough? It will. And they grab 2 for 2.
Yeah, and this G does have buyback now, as well as Seema, so Cloud9 definitely going to force these out. They don't really know if they have them or not, so comes Seema buyback. Maybe the G won't have to, as he will have the ult up on the Winter Wyvern very, very soon.
They're just going to go for this shrine thus far.
Yeah, just a couple of good fights in a row using the Black Hole, not using it on the Meepo. The Meepo coming in very late into these fights with the Centaur being super tanky now and the Juggernaut actually getting a few items. It takes them some time, commit bigger spells to kill these heroes. So
Vega just got a scan right at the end on Meepo, and that's why they're going in so aggressively with this smoke. They saw that it scanned red right by the Roche pit, so they know they're nearby, and with that, they're going to blink on the Ace. There's the Malefice, Hesta Joe right around the corner. Mag does have that return forward, and he does have that black hole at the ready. Noya trying to hold them back. Ace still alive for the time being, and with that, Vega are going to back off, and they're going to be lucky enough to have Roche respawn right as they do.
Yeah, so G buying back to ensure that Cloud9 doesn't get this Roche on, because if Meepo did have this Aegis, then they'll be in a lot of trouble. They don't really have the firepower to kill him twice now, as they've been winning a lot of fights.
There's the Earthbind. They do spot that Roche is very low. They might want to go in on this. There's the stun being used by Seneko. Not going to hit. Noya's going to get the Ice Path out on Diggerod. There's the Lucid Beam. Baby Knight comes in with the used. They are going to bring down Roche, and Diggerod will grab the Aegis. Baby Knight in a little bit of trouble, as he's going to get hit by that Winter's Curse on him and Hesta Joe. Nobody dead just yet, but here comes Seneko. He's getting with that stun. Mag's going to be there with the Black Hole under the Macro Fire. They're going to bring down 1. They're going to bring down 2 as Hesta Joe and Baby Knight die counter respectively, but Ace gets a kill onto Seema, and now they're looking forward. The Ice Path comes down on 3, and Ace is going to find himself a kill on G. G's dead for 108 seconds. Back trying to run away. He's going to be in a little bit of trouble. Couple more hits should do it. He's going to fall. All 3 are dead, and now they're looking for more. Ditya is going to fall as well, and Vega, they've lost 4, none of which have buyback, and C9, they have turned it around. They might have even just won this game.
Wow.
And GG, just like that, is called by Vega. C9 coming out of the depths of a 20,000 net worth deficit and winning this game, tying the series at 1. And we will be going to a game 3 between Vega and Cloud9. Wow.